What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Chin here again today from Nothing But Facts. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you guys have been watching the series that we've been building, the AP preseason top 25 season prediction for all AP top 25 teams. We did Alabama, we've done Notre Dame, we've done Texas, we've done Oregon, we've done Georgia, we've done Ohio State. And now today, we talk about the Texas Tech Raiders, a team looking to win the Big 12, get back into the playoffs, and actually have some success after an absolute, ass kicking. That's the best way we can say. Oregon put an ass whooping on Texas Tech last year in the Orange Bowl. I think it was like 28-7 or whatever the case may be. Just was not what we thought this Texas Tech team was going to be. Really had a great squad last year. David Bailey, now my New York Jets number 2 pick, was part of that team. Jacob Rodriguez, one of the best linebackers in the country. Like, that team, that defense was really solid. But this is a new face. This is a new team. I know there's been a lot of conversations in the offseason about this team, of course, surrounding the previous former quarterback, Brendan Sorsby. He's no longer with the program now. But I think in any case, this team is talented enough. I think Joey McGuire has done a great job again in the transfer portal. We'll talk about the roster. We'll talk about some key players, but let's break down who they will be playing in 2026. Let's jump right in. First game of the season, Abilene Christian. That is going to be a dub. Second game of the season at Oregon State. Now, we have to remember Jamarcus Shepard is now the head coach at Oregon State, the former Alabama assistant coach. He is now the head coach at Oregon State. And I saw a video. He said, yo, man, there's going to be some adversity. Make sure the people in Corvallis come out and support us. I think this Texas Tech team is really good. I think Texas Tech wins this game. Then they get Houston at home. Houston is a team that is ranked in the top 25, and we have to give credit to what Willie Fritz has done with this program. Houston was a 10-win football team last year. They had guys like Connor Wigman, Amari Thomas. Like, they should compete in the Big 12 this year. And that's my dark horse team in the Big 12 is Houston. I don't know if this early in the season, Houston can get this win. Remember, if you don't remember what last year, Texas Tech walked in to TD ECU Stadium and just absolutely ripped the doors off of Houston last year. Like, it wasn't close. I think Texas Tech, again, finds a way to get it done. I think a lot closer this year. I like Texas Tech. Then they go against Sam Houston State. I think they beat Sam Houston State. You're looking at a 4-0 start to start the season. Then they go on the road to Colorado. A lot of questions surrounding Coach Prime's team. Do they, can they get to a winning record? Do they have the talent, the quarterback and Julian Lewis, all that thing, etc.? This is going to be October now. So you would hope that this Colorado team is somewhat, striding in the right direction, but I still think this Texas Tech team is good enough. I think Texas Tech wins this game. I think Arizona State comes into town. They have their whole quarterback situation. They're trying to still figure it out. But if you don't know, Omarion Miller, the wide receiver from Colorado, he is now at Arizona State. He's going to be the starting linebacker, the starting wide receiver at Arizona State. So definitely a lot of firepower on that end. I think this is a game we should definitely look out on. Kenny Dillingham has done a really good job at Arizona State, given the pieces that he's had. When he's had Sam Levitt, he's taken them to the playoffs. Sam Levitt got hurt last year. Not a bit of a down. I don't want to say down year because they may have went 7-5, but Arizona State is a team that I think we should definitely be looking out for, but I don't think they have enough. I think Texas Tech wins this game. I think Texas Tech beats Arizona State. Then they go on the road against Cincinnati. Scott Satterfield, I have been in his ear. I have been someone who I think Scott Satterfield has underachieved a little bit, just a tad at Cincinnati. But in any case, I think Texas Tech is a good enough team to overcome that. I like Texas Tech in this game. So now we are looking at 7-0. Then you have Arizona coming to Lubbock. Noah Fafita is one of the better quarterbacks in the Big 12. I had him in my top rankings for quarterback. I think Noah Fafita is a guy. I think he's a dude. I think the way this guy plays the game, I love it. That's not a game. That's a game that I will definitely circle. Like that game right there, I'll circle that Arizona game, and let's come back to it on Halloween on November 1st and see what happens. I think Arizona similarly to Houston, I think Arizona and Houston are sort of like my dark horse teams in the Big 12. I think they can make some noise, but I don't know. I think Texas Tech is good enough to win that game. Then they have West Virginia. West Virginia has a lot of new faces. And they are also, if you didn't know, they have the leading returner, the leading rusher from the Sun Belt from Jacksonville State. He is now going to West Virginia. He was the leading running back in the country last year in rushing yards. He is now in West Virginia. I don't think that's enough, but I think Texas Tech wins this game. Now, this is where I think some people are going to call me crazy. I really think Eric Morris and Oklahoma State can win 6 to 7 games this year. I really do think so. I really do think Eric Morris in year one with Drew Mestamaker, like with Wyatt Young, I think that group is talented enough to win 6 to 7 games. You win 6 to 7 games in Stillwater, Oklahoma, I can't even imagine what the fans are going to say about you. November 14th, I think Texas Tech gets their first loss in conference play against Oklahoma State. I think Oklahoma State could pull the upset. Just sort of, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take Oklahoma State to win that game. Again, Drew Mestamaker, I think he can be a difference maker. I'm so sad that I did not put him on my top list of quarterbacks. Just completely insane by me. But I like Oklahoma. I like Texas Tech in that game. Then we go back on the road against Baylor. Dave Aranda is in a must-win year for him, right? He went ahead and got DJ Lagway from Florida. He made it clear, I need a quarterback. I need to win now. He got DJ Lagway. Hopefully that's enough, but I don't think so. I think Texas Tech goes on the road to Baylor, beats Baylor. Then we come home against TCU. Sonny Dykes has done a great job as TCU. Took them to a national championship. I know it didn't work out how they wanted to, but I'm not too sure. But we have to remember these Thanksgiving games, those Thanksgiving games are real rivalry games. So don't be surprised if TCU can find a way to, scratch one out the hat, in Lubbock. But I still think Texas Tech finds a way to get it done. Realistically, 11-1 gets you into the playoffs from the Big 12. 11-1 is going to get you in the playoffs. Let me say this. Let me backtrack. 11-1 and winning the Big 12 championship 100% gets you in the playoffs. I don't know if you can be 11-2 or 10-2. I think you could be 11-2 with the Big 12 championship and be in the playoffs, but I don't think you could be a 10-2 sitting out while, let's just say, a Houston and BYU are playing, or a Texas Tech and a BYU are playing, or a BYU and Houston are playing. Like, you can't be 10-2 in the Big 12 and make the college football playoff. So 11-1 for Texas Tech, I think that's a win. 10-2, a little bit scary, but there's some real questions about this roster. All right, everyone's talking about Brendan Sorsby. What do they do with the quarterback position? Brendan Sorsby was their number one option. They broke the bank on Brendan Sorsby. All those things, etc. Y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta relax, because there's a guy called Will Hammond who is equal enough to the task. I don't want to say he is Patrick Mahomes or he's Baker Mayfield or he's any of these guys, but this guy is more than equal to the task. You go and watch that game against Utah when Baron Morton got hurt last year. Will Hammond comes to the game. Like, this guy can play. He is equal to the task. 2 years ago, I remember this team was losing against, was it TCU or Baylor? And this guy finds a way to come back and get them into this game. So he has experience. He has what it takes to lead this offense to a Big 12 championship. Is he going to wow you? I don't know. But I think Will Hammond has all the ability to get it done. And he's not alone. He has playmakers. Terrence Carter Jr. is one of the better tight end, one of the better receiving tight ends in the country last year. Big body receiver, had a great year with Baron Morton last year. Like I said, was a mismatch nightmare. Then we have this running back room. This running back room is electric, y'all. Like, Cameron Dickey is a problem. Like, you put on the tape, you watch Cameron Dickey run the football. Go and watch Texas Tech against Kansas. That's what I remember. I remember him going ham on Kansas. They got Cameron Dickey. They also got Jacoby Williams. Like, this running back room is good. They got Jacoby Williams. They got Cameron Dickey. And we also have to remember, Quentin Joyner tore his ACL last year in fall camp. He didn't play last year. So you have a three-headed running back room in Quentin Joyner, in Jacoby Williams, and in Cameron Dickey. Like that is a solid running back room that's going to alleviate some pressure from the passing game. But again, I really like this. I like this offense. I like this offense. Dante Lee comes in from Liberty, had a great year at Liberty last year, 32 receptions, just under 600 yards, 5 touchdowns. And Micah Hudson, I'm pretty sure they're going to ask him to step up. This was a big recruit for Texas Tech. This was a major. He was a 5-star recruit. He was a number 1 wide receiver when he came in, Micah Hudson. Like, I remember it. I remember this very, very well. But again, the defensive side of this team, I think, is very underrated. I will say this again. The defensive side of the ball for Texas Tech is severely underrated. Okay, Trey White was at San Diego State last year, was one of the highest rated pass rushers in PFF. I don't really like using PFF, but I think it's something we could just, sort of grade off of. Trey White is a dog, but you know who's a dog? Adam Trick. Adam Trick is a problem. I watched MAC games. I see this guy get triple and double teamed when he was last year when he was at Miami of Ohio. This guy is a dog. Like, Adam Trick is him. Like, Adam Trick is that guy. And you put him, Trey White, on this defense led by Shieldwood. Man, Shieldwood had a hell of a year last year. He had a hell of a year last year. Texas Tech was like top 10 in giving up points or whatever the case may be. Like this was a really good roster. This is a really good defense last year. And Shieldwood was the reason why. He was the reason why. He was the reason why this defense had so many takeaways. I remember watching games. I'm like, golly, another takeaway? Like, they just feasted on takeaways. And Shieldwood was a major reason why. But again, offensively too, I think Mac Leftwich, their OC, has done a good job. I think that playoff game last year was sort of like his worst game. That was just the worst game. I'm pretty sure he still has nightmares of that Orange Bowl. Like, that Orange Bowl just wasn't good. It just wasn't Texas Tech football. It's not what we were accustomed to. That just was not what we thought Texas Tech football is about. But at the end of the day, like I've been saying that for all these guys, for all the coaches, for all the teams, it's going to be up to Joey McGuire. It's going to be up to Joey McGuire. Everyone's talking about him, and he's saying he can't find teams to play. They can't find teams to play in the future, and the whole Brendan Sorsby situation. He has to eliminate all that noise and focus in on the task at hand. This team is good enough to win the Big 12. This team is good enough to have a playoff push, but it's going to be up to Joey McGuire. He had a fantastic year last year, for Texas Tech and the Big 12. Like, the Big 12 had a great year because of this team. But it's like, how do you now replicate that success into year 2? Because everyone talked about, Texas Tech is almost like a microwave policy. They get guys, they're just getting guys from the transfer portal on 1-year rentals. They're trying to go the Ole Miss way, this, then, the third. Quiet all that noise and show me what you could do. Because if you also forgot, you probably forgot too as well, right? These guys had the number 1 defensive player in the country come over to this team. Okay. Recruiting wise, trying to find his name, not Ben Roberts. Yeah, don't know why his name is not updated here, but they had a top 5 recruit on defense, and I'm pretty sure he's playing. I can't see his name here, but yeah, this Texas Tech team is good, man. This Texas Tech team is good. This Texas Tech team, I am excited to see this team get to work. I am. So again, a lot of this, Will Hammond, their quarterback, he has playmakers. He has Terrence Carter Jr. He has a really physical backfield, a 3-headed monster with Cameron Dickey, Jacoby Williams, Quentin Joyner when he gets healthy. He has receivers on the outside like Dante Lee, and hopefully if Micah Hudson could get his act together, this guy could be a problem. They have a really good defense, guys like Trey White, Adam Trick. I even forgot guys like Ben Roberts, who's going to start inside linebacker for this team this year. And they have the coordinators, Mac Leftwich, Sheil Wood. They have the guys to get the puppies in order. But at the end of the day, like all the other coaches, right? How can Joey McGuire get this group to where they need to be? That Orange Bowl was not this team. Getting smacked by Oregon in the Orange Bowl was not what we thought Texas Tech. We didn't think that about Texas Tech. Like, we didn't think they were going to get blanked like that. But I'm sure this team is motivated and ready to go. They want the Big 12 again. They want to win the Big 12 again. Joey McGuire wants to win the Big 12. It's a huge middle finger to all the coaches, especially after the whole Brendan Sorsby fiasco, whatever the case may be. If they're able to win it, man. But I like Texas Tech this year. 11-1 gets you into the playoffs. 10-2, you're on the outside looking in. We'll see what happens, but still a lot of football to play. We still got some football to play. Keep watching, keep commenting, keep sharing. Love you guys. God bless. Peace.